Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bold and the Beautiful early spoilers March 24 to 28. Deacon horrified, Hope vengeful, and Carter dumped. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for March 24 to 28, 2025. See Deacon Sharp, Scene Kanan, is horrified, Hope Logan, Annika Knoll is vengeful, and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, is dumped. We start out with what is happening the rest of this week, and it is a very short week on B&B. We have just one episode left on Wednesday, March 19th. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, if you keep track of the spoilers, but of course I do. And there was this spoiler for Tuesday about a revelation that changes everything at Forrester Creations. And it's something that was supposed to come out with Eric Forrester, John McCook, and Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K. Absolutely did not manifest. There was no big revelation made to Eric and Ridge. Literally the only thing was that Eric and Ridge told Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Messinswood, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Buddig, that Carter tore up the LSC papers. And it's just another one of these overblown spoilers. And I have a big problem with them because I feel like they're kind of lying to fans when they do this. And then we have another one for Wednesday, and I guess the closest revelation would be that Eric and Ridge had to say that they agreed to keep Hope for the future, and Steffi was shutting that down hard, saying, "No, no way, not going to happen." So on Wednesday, Hope and Steffi are facing off. Both of them are refusing to budge. And this is that other spoiler, and it says after something shocking happens. And that shocking thing is supposed to relate back to this revelation on Tuesday that didn't occur. So I guess the shocking thing was just that Carter tore up the papers, unless they're going to pull something out of thin air at Forrester Creations tomorrow. Hope, of course, doubts that the Forresters are going to let her keep her line and her job, no matter what they told Carter, because as she confirmed, he didn't get it in writing, and she doesn't trust them. Well, that's kind of karmic, because they don't trust her. Meanwhile, Hope seems to have been sending Carter some very clear signs that she no longer loves him. She said, "I loved you," past tense, and that kind of triggered Carter. Hope insisted she wasn't using him. But now that Carter has handed back the power, Hope feels totally betrayed and seems to be ready to walk away. He may in fact be dumped very soon. So I'm interested to see if this Hope versus Steffi fight is explosive, because we know Steffi wants her gone. So maybe they'll keep Hope for the future as a line, so that they technically stick to what they told Carter. They made no promises about Hope keeping her job. They just agreed to keep the line as long as it was doing well. So they could absolutely keep the line, but do it without its namesake. And this is the last episode of this week, by the way, on Wednesday. And I'm interested to see if Deacon catches Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, with Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, on Wednesday, or if that pushes over to next week. So Thursday, March 20th, and Friday, March 21st, no new episodes of Bold and the Beautiful, because they are preempting the soap for March Madness basketball playoffs, because we don't have ESPN and sports channels. We don't understand why the network keeps doing this to fans. I don't want to see basketball. I want to see my Bold and the Beautiful. All right, going into the week of March 24th through the 28th, we should have a full week of 5 episodes, so Steffi and Hope have their knockdown drag-out fight that is probably going to carry over into the following week, because there's no way that Steffi is going to sit by and let Hope stay at Forrester Creations after the coup. And I wonder if there's a chance that Carter may try to renege on giving the company back if Steffi goes ahead and fires Hope again. Carter tore up the copy of the LLC documents in his desk. But of course we know he filed the papers with the state, because he mentioned that he went and filed it. That was, a couple of months ago. Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, of course, will be quite pleased that Carter finally did the right thing and gave the company back to Forrester Creations. And Brooke will be unsurprised that she won't get to stay as CEO. She didn't want the job to start with. But I do think she's going to fight to keep Hope and her job active at Forrester Creations. But if Brooke appeals to Ridge, I don't expect a lot of sympathy from him. We'll see if Eric and Ridge are going to pressure Steffi to keep to the terms of what they told Carter, because they don't want to be word breakers even though he broke promises to them. I do expect that Hope is not going to forgive Carter for betraying her, and she may if she does because Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, is still in lay, and she would be right there to pick up the pieces of Carter's broken heart. I would absolutely expect Daphne to say that Carter is better off without Hope, and that her not loving him anymore after he lost the power to give her what she wanted just proves what everybody said, that Hope was using Carter. Now, I'm not saying that's what Hope was doing. I'm saying that's Daphne's approach to this. Things are looking up for Luna now that she's paroled, and she has Grandma Sheila on her side. Luna is going to find plenty of acceptance and love, and lunacy with her 9-toed granny. But not only will Deacon be horrified to see Luna planted in Sheila's life, so will Steffi. She should be downright terrified at the very idea of Sheila and Luna together. The two women that have tried to kill her before, and I'm assuming that Steffi will think they might come to do it again. This is her worst nightmare, and it's not going to go well for Steffi's husband Finn's, Tanner Novlin, marriage to Steffi. It may hit the skids hard once word of Luna getting close to Sheila reaches their ears. No doubt Ridge and Taylor will resume their call for Steffi to take the kids, move into the mansion, get away from Finn and his toxic family, and put it all behind her. And big news if you haven't heard, Jacqueline McSinswood, Steffi Forrester, just announced that she is 6 months pregnant with her 5th child. She's got 4 boys, maybe it's one more. You know, looks like she's trying to put together her own soccer team. So with maternity leave looming in time for May sweeps, roughly based on where she's at because she's almost 7 months pregnant, she said, I just wonder if Steffi is going to take the kids and leave town to avoid the whole Luna, Finn, and Sheila horrible situation that's cropped up. And with Luna cuddling up to Psycho Sheila, a very smart Steffi would probably jet to Europe to visit with her brother Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson. And that timing may work out for Jacqueline's maternity leave. I cannot believe she's nearly 7 months pregnant without really showing. She's had a little bit of loose clothing, but not a lot. I don't know about you guys, but for my first pregnancy, I didn't show very fast, but my second one, like 4 months in, I had no lap. So I do not know where Jacqueline Wood is even hiding that baby bump. Plus, a late April fashion show brings Ulara's Christine Williams back over to Bold and the Beautiful. That also seems to be when and why we are going to have reality star Spencer Pratt guesting on B&B. You may remember him from The Hills back in the mid-2000s.